Tekken's gonna have like at least a week where people are playing that game. That's all I need to
I
know.
mean, every big, honestly, every big game in general sort of gets that week. So I don't doubt that. I don't know. The more I've looked into Tekken, it's not like I'm being put off. It's just like this is such a weird, goofy ass game aesthetically. It's like you've got a cast of so many like try hard edge lord like
Goons.
devil Jin, fucking genocider of the world, scarred ass Spetsnaz dude.
Gigas.
Except that guy actually seems pretty interesting because I remember someone being like, "Yeah, no, he's just on vacation now. That's his story. It's like he's been through too much shit and he's just on vacation. They're both fighting people, but it's all fun and games for him." That kind of makes it seem a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
And then you've got like a bunch of high school girls and a bear. And it's like, where's the connecting through line for what is Tekken?
Yeah, and then
What's the through line where all these weirdos?
it's early 2000s culture, man. That's it's like it's like late 90s, early 2000s, where it's just like this, like it's just it is, what it is, man. I can't even describe early 90s, 2000 culture. The internet fucks shit
I
up,
was
everything
there.
fucks shit up. It's just
I was
nonsense.
there. It's so. I think it's like this. I think it's the sillier aspects that get me because
Mhm.
maybe it's like a Japanese version of that specific time and period. Because I remember that being like monodimensional edge lords. Like if it was a cast of like Kazuyas and like all the edgy like 14-year-old edgelords, I
Mhm.
could see the connection. It's whenever you throw in the goofy, little so random stuff, because like those existed in two different spheres when I was growing up.
Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
I
like
get.
dumb shit, they're the one of the leaked DLC characters was the kangaroo. It was one of the first DLC characters there. The kangaroo with boxing gloves.
Yeah, it's like the overlap that I don't get. It's probably a cultural divide because I could see like Japan having that same sort of edgelord phase,
Hmm.
and then sort of having the goofy, little so random early internet humor
Hmm.
sort of thing, having more of an intersection over there. Or maybe it was just like my very personal experience where I saw those two spheres as
Separate.
very different as an insecure young boy.
Yeah, and
Um,
I also think like on the opposite end, I don't think I would have played Tekken if it was just the edgy guys. Like I think like I've always been the kind of guy who likes to fucking like weirdo characters and shit like that. And Tekken is the
yeah.
best for weirdo characters. Tekken is the best. Like Jack being like one of the mainstays of the series, Jack 8, it's just like this fucking giant pink-haired like our pink mohawked robot guy who like
Oh, God, yeah, I've seen that guy.
he's fucked up. Like even like if you watch his animations, like the goofier he gets. Everything he does is just goofy as hell. Like there's one move where he like windmills his arms while he's running at you. It's just so stupid. It's all so stupid.
I mean, that's the thing. That's like I get that. I don't see the through line though, because you look at something I hate being the Arxis fan guy, but as a Strive baby, that's just going to
Mhm.
be my fate, so I may as well accept it. But like, there's a through line between like all the characters in Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. They've got the variants in like the cute and the cool characters, right?
Mhm.
But there's still like an aesthetic through line. Like Guilty Gear is like the mid '90s like edgy action anime.
Mhm.
It's like Trigon and like fucking Fist of the North Star and like all the like just from the way everything's drawn with these really deep dramatic shadow highlights. Blaze Blue is more of like a mid 2000s like Battle Academy harem anime like Infinite Stratos or that kind of bullshit. And it's like they've got all the variants you would expect, but there's still sort of like a consistent through line. But I don't see that in Tekken. It's just like a dude who turns into a literal devil versus a kangaroo, and I don't see the connection that puts them in the same game.
No, you're 100% right. I'm just I'm trying to think if there's anything. There's really not. But like okay, here's a weird thing. Like when I think of this, probably is just like a bias from like growing up. But when I think of
Mm.
like the time period where this game was made, the graphical quality in that time period, almost made them look like action figures that you were just smashing together. Like it was like
Uh,
the 3D models and shit. So it was like you got a bunch of your random action figures, and like you're a kid and you're like, whoa, this is fucking Devil Jin, and this is a dinosaur, and then you just smash them together. And now,
dude,
oh, go ahead.
Tekken is playing with an 8-year old's
Action figure.
random action figures because I think you hit the nail on the head and like I feel like you just gave me a revelation. Now I understand Tekken.
Like it just has
The
that
way
vibe.
you Oh my God, it makes so much sense now. I get it. I
Even the
get it. I'm gonna
shininess of
be
the
able to fall.
characters.
I can fall in love with Tekken now because you've made it make sense to me.